Okay. That looks like it's working. We're gonna call you. Ooh. Call you Flip Books. Could just delete all of those, but we won't right now. Okay, so that's working fairly well. Let's say we came in here. It's fine. Actually, delete all of that. Pop you to there. Ah. I forgot to actually add all of those. We'll deal with that in a second. Let's see how well this works. I should be verifying. I guess I should verify one. Give it like a 10. Nice. Pump you up to like 10. Not too shabby. Nice, nice. That looks good. Looks pretty good. Looks good. Looks good. Um, yeah, I don't think this sprite's gonna work. Actually, let's just bump that down. This is the flying VFX. There's just too large of a gap between these two. However, we'll call it like a 9. Oh, 8. We're just gonna ignore that one for now. That's good. Books. Let's add a combat set. We'll add a movement set. We can add a, I suppose, a VFX. Go. Yeah, it's just gonna bug it out. It's fine. That one's fine. Actually, with the padding, we might be able to better. Um, oh my hell. Yeah, it's just not gonna work. You know, that one's fine. I just put it in the wrong one, didn't I? I indeed did. Don't actually believe you're being referenced by profile. It's just being used in memory. That's fine. Oh, it's because I had it open. Duh. Nice. lets us come in here, get rid of that. Now we have all the nifty little flip books. Now the real question is, do they line up between each other well? Oh my gosh, they're all named wrong. Wow. That was a major whoops. Search texture. I do multiple. Search textures. Can I also do sprite? Let's just do it like this. We're gonna battery name you guys. We could just remove old prefix. And then we'll do flipbook. Just remove that prefix. Nice. Now the names in here still gonna be all screwed up, but it's calling it texture. That's a little silly. There we go. Okay. Crazy screwed up name, my goodness. All right, let's see how this seems to look. Let's do idle. Into what? Hi, Peachy. Flying takeoff. Wow. Works perfectly. Oh my gosh. That's awesome. Wow. Oh my goodness. Can add a dive start. Oh my goodness. Oh, it works so beautifully. I did it. I have my cake and I've eaten it simultaneously. Oh my gosh. That brings me immense joy. Let's get some bangers going. Okay, so that's beautiful. Oh, that's so nice. Oh my goodness. So you can dive, and then you have your what the goofy attack is this? Oh, it's just like some massive bitch. I thought she fell over. Boom. Dives end. Is there a flying idol? I guess it's just the flying. Um, Demon hit. Death start. Does it expect a hit? No, it doesn't. Death landing. Is there a death loop? Ah, there is. Look at that. So we keep on falling till we smack on the ground. And burn. That's crazy. That's a crazy animation. Ignites. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness, look how well centered it is. Oh, it works so well. I think the only one was that, and that was just weird. It was from, and that's just because that's pretty visually different looking flip book. Oh my gosh. That's so relieving. What? Okay, that should clean that up a decent bit. Beautiful. And so we only had a few problems, of which we can iron those out. Actually, let me see how it ended out. Okay, yeah, so this is just busted, but that's okay. I should add proper grid split, but that's okay. Oh my goodness. Should I just send it with a... Oh, did I accidentally just drag this in here? What? Just objectively no. Oh. Oh, it's because I had him selected. I wonder if I just send it. Oh, that would probably be asking too much. Um, we could just go to sprites. Just bring this guy in. Oh, I so worry about it though. What was in a pack 3? Some drinking. Let's look at these paddings. So that's fairly drink. Oh, that's such a nice animation. Look at that. Okay. I like the little game controller. Okay. Oh, I don't really want to fully do that because ain't no way. Thought not. Because if I try to do this, that's not the worst ever. I think I could push through that. Let's actually do that real quick. Okay. Right? My headsets didn't want to cooperate. All right. Oh my gosh, how do I remove that? Wasn't it? I mean, that makes me feel better. If Even if that means I'd probably have to come through and do a whole bunch of work on this character again. It's been worth it. Worth figuring everything out. Especially with considering how well this character is transition. Oh my gosh, that just looks so nice. That's such a relief. Lands, boom. That's so nice. Does kind of make me not want to work on this character. Um, so maybe we just mess around with the other demon that worked. Mr. Curse. Oh, your name's all screwed up too. Curse, curse. Curse, curse. Since this character's infinitely more simple, how about we try and implement him? Okay. Let's just watch it first. We have idle, we have attack melee. Boom. That's pretty. It's right back into idling. Looks fantastic. Attack distance. Boom. Boom. Look at that. No need to align, no need to center. Everything's working phenomenally. You can go into walk. Let's see how walk looks. Fairly simple. Okay, nice. I actually do like this quite a bit. Can apply to remaining. Nice. Very, very nice. Boom. We can actually add a, call it an attack box here. Um, So if you get stabbed by that. Very nice. Nice. Pretty good. Gotta tighten you up there, tighten you up here. Something like that. Doesn't look too shabby. Big wind up, smash. Oh, I do wonder if that texture is not supposed to have. Oh well. I'd fix that forever ago. That's fine. Okay. Death doesn't need to hit, one doesn't. Very good. Give walk. Should be pretty good just like that. Oh my gosh, that brings me so much relief that this is working well. That was a pain. Before I go too far, we should probably have. Oops. Um, I want. See, I think there should be primary. All right, let's say. We'll just leave it as is for now. Pop you in here. Not currently a sequence. Ah. Oh, that's right. You also don't have a source. Let's see if it would be. Oh, that's just so tedious. Okay. Hmm. Okay. We'll just have to deal with this for now. What's her name? Curse. Demon. Attack. Distance. Yes, hello, I am back. And from conversations with you, we have a better functioning tool for extracting sprites. So, great news. Attack. Distance. Oh, I forgot that its name was screwed up too. It's also not foldered at all. That's fine, that'll make this easy. Okay, let's do that. Doesn't only go to 9, yeah. Changing movement modes triggers the anim BP graph jump. Would it be the same if you made a transition between ground and air instead? When movement mode equals falling? Yes. That is what I do on mine. I'll show you in just a sec. Let me... Oh, gosh. Let me try to... Okay, I guess I'm not going to battery name these guys. That's fine. I guess I kind of have to close out of these. Yeah, so in my base, that's how it is set up. Is it just changes on... Oops. Just changes on movement mode. So we get the character, get their movement mode, and then based off of, we're selecting by movement mode. So we'll go into locomotion or falling. So if it's airborne, it would be falling type deal. So. And then, like I had said previously, the nice thing about that is there is that case. There can be cases between the two, but that's covered by the on-landed event delegate, which is pretty nice. So it works. It works pretty solidly. I haven't had issues, though. I haven't had to deal with anything like flying or swimming yet. So, but that should be fairly fine. It's just cleanliness mostly. And there's no other reason than just organization and just making things more state defined. Because I can break these into individual, very clearly defined states. That's it. Just mostly preference and organization. Oh, and to show, I was extracting earlier this character. Let's hop into here. And look, everything's all beautifully lined up. No alignment, no manual alignment needed. And it's because I realized a few things. I was working with figuring out my extraction algorithm, and it works quite nicely. I'm still just trying to organize sprites, honestly, now that I've got this working a bit better. My goal right now is to try and just implement this character. Make sure that all of these tag mappings are working inside of my NMBP base. So that's kind of the goal right now, is just to see if all of that is actually working. So we're gonna find out. That's right, I pulled this up for that reason. Yes, it is quite clean. It's very, very, very nice. I took ideas from some of the points you had brought up, where the artist will export with a set grid distance, with they'll be padding inside of a grid, and realize that if you can get the total number of sprites by either manually defining it or my little island detection. We can divide the texture by the number of sprites. That gets the individual grid. Then we can divide the grid in half to get a midline and then count pixels out in each direction. And this is also done vertically. And then that gives you a proper center. And as long as all other textures use the same amount of padding, that center will be the same regardless of the amount of padding, more or less. So then I can come in here and we can see in this character, I've removed all of the excess padding, yet we still keep that native alignment that the artist exported it, which is what I was hoping to do. And I figured it would work, and it does, so it's kind of nice. Not sure what all that's about, so we're just gonna ignore it. Curse demon. Attack. Oh, attack melee. Attack melee. There we go. Oh my gosh, I keep forgetting that it's hell. Why is that? Yeah, why is this not letting me? What? Is it broken? I didn't properly export this with folders or correct names, so I think this character might be busted. Yes, so this doesn't work perfectly, but as long as the artist exports it with the same amount of padding, it will work. However, if they do, I have a bit of an algorithm to increase the amount of padding, but it doesn't entirely necessarily work. It'll still need some amount of manual alignment, just with the way that it's ended up working out. Just because I find the midline between each grid, and so this grid, we'll just say is 128 wide around each of these sprites. So whatever that is, so 64, the midline would be at pixel 64. Now, if it wasn't 128 wide, it would have a different midline. And since I'm basing everything off of this one midline, pixels to each direction, it would be slightly skewered in a improper direction. But for the most part, because artists will export them, it seems like, with all of the proper padding, it will work nicely. Edge cases, nothing you can really do about it. Just have to, that'll be the case for manual alignment. But because the artist very kindly and very properly should export things, it should work normally. A little confused about this. That's, yes, I can show you real quick. Got a bulk extract. Oh, that's interesting. Seems like it's picked up. Oh, because I had to open another tab, I bet. Bulk extract, so I can come through, make sure everything's lining up properly. I'm still using my detection method. I should just add a basic number of sprites. But yeah, I can come in here and be like, oh, this is supposed to be 1. So you're like 10. So I can see each of these sprites has equal padding. I can accept that grid, and I'll just go through each of them, make sure everything is properly working. Yes, 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 yes. Don't change the genre yet. This tool's almost completely working how I'd like. And I mean, that's what I just used for this other character. For both this cursed demon and my other one was my new bulk extractor. It just takes a little bit of work. So I need to organize things up a titch so it's a little bit more user friendly and not just my own whims. But yeah, so I can come through, make sure everything's working. That's good. That's good. It's probably not good. Yeah, that's not good, but I don't think there's any winning with this specific sprite. Yeah. I need to add an option to just, instead of using my little island method, to just say, oh, there's 12 sprites, and then it would reverse figure out, okay, if there's pixels inside of this bound, it's got to be in the same sprite instead of using this thing that I use. But I've been using it for so long that I'm just kind of still stuck with using it for now. But yeah, so then I can come here, accept all the grids. We'll just say this one's fine. And then we can have batch renames. This is little rudimentary, works all right. And organized folder can just already come in here, make things like flipbook, then place them all under. Can organize different like movement set, combat sets, all of that jazz. Apply it, and then auto pad if needed. So that will increase the padding of. A good example would be this one, since this doesn't have the lower padding that the greatest would have. So this has, we can see under the character there's padding. It would add padding directly below this, but yeah, so we can auto pad it, and then we can extract them all, and it would place them all in pretty folders if you use the folder function, which I ignored for this character, but I did do it for this character. Let me see, it has all of their folders. The names look like hell, so I do need to reorganize, fix the naming convention, but it'll do all of that and then automatically add it to the character profile if wanted. So already added it all in here, all nice and pretty. You're new to 2D and Unreal. Is there a reason to use Paper ZD? Yes, there is absolutely a reason to use Paper ZD, and that is going to be primarily for their animation graphing. So normally, if you don't use Paper ZD, you're just kind of stuck with some blueprints that are a little bit messy to try to change flipbooks in a character. So to swap between idle, walking, all of that. But this makes it a lot more driven by a more visual mean where you'll have, oh, attack goes into idle, and you can have some rules for when it should swap between those and such. So Paper ZD is a great tool, and it gives a lot more functionality than just that. But this alone makes it worth it. And they absolutely should be in the base engine, but Unreal has Epic has pretty much acknowledged that they will not be doing anything for the 2D sphere. They're just it's just kind of done. Still a little confused why this character is not picking up. I mean, they are just they're a great 3D engine, and I guess they don't really care to put the resources into anything that isn't that. So this character is cooked. Oh my goodness, it's so cooked. Let's just add attack distance. Let's see if this fixes it. All right, it could not be renamed. No reason given. No reason given. No reason given. Oh my goodness. Oh, there we go. There we go. We got to the reason. Name may not contain white space characters. Is there white space in there? Hello? No? Alright, I think this guy's just completely cooked. Yeah, you're right. It is on it's just a default in 3D, but it is not something that exists in 2D. So I mean, like I was just saying, it's a 3D engine, so if you want to do 2D, it might be better to try to use something like Godot. However, the community has made great tools, one of which I've been working on is this Paper 2D Plus. Subtle plug. Um, the community has made stuff that works great, and I mean, I just I think blueprints can't be beat. Blueprints are phenomenal, and that makes it worth it enough for me. So, ooh, I couldn't tell you anything about art. I am bad at art. I am no artistic ability. So I know you can use if you're just wondering about a program itself, like not without learning it, is Ace Sprite. Let me pull up it's Ace Sprite. This is like the go-to. Um, I think it is paid, but they do have a version. I'm pretty sure Ace Sprite has a GitHub version that if you, yeah, they do have a free Ace GitHub version, but you have to implement it yourself, or you can pay whatever their $20 is, I think. Yeah, $20. This is like the go-to for Pixel for 2D animation. And does they do a great job. I mean, most all artists I think I know have used this. Oh, there is a space. Look at that. How did that get through? Because you can't have spaces. Oh, that's so frustrating because you can only. It's this. Oh, that's so frustrating. Okay, what if we just. Um, can I? Okay, we can just completely rename it. Curse demon attack distance, and then we'll auto increment attack distance. Let's spell correctly, please. Um, that looks fine. Do I like this format better? Hmm. Yes, I do. Yeah, I mean, that's incredibly frustrating about like C++ is just the syntactic sugar, just being stuck unable to do anything because you just can't figure out syntax. That's hell. That's awful. So you're right. Blueprints not having that. I mean, there is some nuance, right? You still have to know and figure out different nodes, but it's just and it's not near as efficient, but it still works great. So and yeah, if you want to find a torrent that works, if you're an artist, that's the thing to use without a doubt. I knew it was going to do that. Did it unselect them? Thanks. Oh no, it named that one. No. That's all right. Um I would save so much time by thinking. Oh my gosh, that's so stupid. All right. Now we have to batch rename this again. Let's remove old numbering. Actually, no. I should just call you Flipbook. And you Tex. And then we can just renumber these guys. Look at that. Thinking after all. Old numbering, and we'll re-auto increment it. Ooh, I just hit. Oh, that did a change case. Can I? Oh, please stop. I just want to rename this. Oh my goodness, did we do it? I, oh my gosh. Am I getting trolled? What do you mean there's spacing in it? Or is it just because they're all the same? Wait, no, it worked. No, it didn't. Um, I have to add 3 zeros for it to work. Yeah, and then I can just number it back down. I can just, there we go, that should work. Except for 0, 0. What? Okay, whatever. It worked. Beautiful. Yay! You're gonna go Unreal for 2D, learn blueprints. Yes, I would agree. Yeah. Especially yeah, if you have time already in 3D Unreal, I mean, there are some points in swapping engine, but I think experience for sure dictates that you should stay in the engine. So yeah, I've found. I mean, I've spent years doing this now, just kind of stumbling along. Got a good system going now. Things work fairly well. I mean, it's nice to remove one dimension for sure. Unreal is overkill in a lot of ways, but hey, blueprints are great. So curse demon attack melee. Oh, wait a minute. I'm gonna make the same mistake. Look, guys. Look, 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 look. I can learn. Monkey brain works. Let's go. Curse demon. Attack. Attack. Melee or melee attack. Underscore auto increment. There we go. Apply. Attack. I keep wanting to put 2 L's. Attack melee. There we go. Pop you in here. And I can just hand rename these guys. Look at that. There's white space after all. Okay. Flipbook. Oh, that's pretty funny. Yeah, what a coincidence. I like these demons. The artist that made him, he's made some pretty cool flipbooks and the animations. So yeah, I've got a couple options from this guy to use. So decided to just try these right now. I think they look nice. I mean, the artist I've shown off before has quite a few I already had it open, whatever. It's got some goat things. His dragon enemies are kind of cool. Demon. I like his sorry, I said desert, not demon. Desert demons are pretty cool. Fair fair spread. Oh my gosh. This is so dumb. Someday we'll get through this. Huh? Oh, there we go. Walk. Oh yeah, for sure. That's a good way to say it. Though I don't think this would be a final art style for me personally. I do like a little bit more detail, but I do think it's a healthy balance, good coloring, quite unique. His enemies are very interesting. Some of the animations they do are quite fun and sometimes a little bit too silly, but walk, go, no, nice, incredible work. One more done. All for organization. Wow. Death. Death. Like these the death animation's kind of fun. Uh, it's definitely a death animation. Goes pretty hard. All of his demons do that. I think it's kind of fun. They just explode. Let's see. Yeah, that's a good point. It is easier to modify if it's less detail. You're not wrong. Thankfully, that's not anything I'm worried about right now because it'll take time before I even get into any type of skin system. Hi, they're pretty. We're getting visited. Oh, I have a few cats. That's who I was greeting. Okay, there we go. Got a system down. Let's go. Put that to death. Boom. You're going to be curse demon. Hits, I do believe, is what we're working on. Auto increment that like that. Nice. I guess I can just do it like that. No. That's right, because the space isn't till here. Now I need to add hit. Okay, there we go. How many more do we have? Oh, we're so close. And then hopefully we can finish this character. See if My tag mapping is working as intended. And if not, maybe I'll just do something else. Curse demon. Um, idle. Okay. Oh, that's the idle to idle. Needs a folder, I suppose. Idle. Yeah, thanks for stopping by. I do have tutorials out there about PaperZD. They're not dated, they're a year old. I'm not the most happy with them and I'd like to redo them, but that's pretty low on the priority list. So if you want to watch them, I mean, they've found some decent success. So it's somewhere to start. But yeah, thanks for stopping by. I do this occasionally. I think streaming's a nice way to keep me focused. So if you ever stop by, I'll see you then. First demon, no, VFX. Curse. Is it Curse Lightning? Curse Lightning. Oh, I don't think I added an underscore to some of those. Womp womp. That'll just be what it is. Nice. Have a nice day. There we go. Look who didn't add. Nice. We can then. Can I not just add a suffix? Yes, I can. Something tells me I did this to the last few. Oh no. Goated? Incredible. Let's go. Okay, so now hopefully by properly having that renamed, it will show up. So that was, we want melee. There we go. Okay, so it was just because there was a space in its name. That's crazy. All right, what are we doing now? We want curse, demon, death. Call you curse, death. I need curse, demon, hits, curse hits. We need curse, demon. See, I don't love this. This is the one thing I don't love about the current workflow pipeline with PaperZD is having to come in here and make paper sequences. And I'm so close to my ideal really would be if we could just have flipbooks instead of sequences. I don't. This is a really nice track. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. Just really don't enjoy having this extra step. I mean, it could be done fairly automatic, I guess. Curse, demon, walk. There we go. Curse, walk. Yeah, I mean, that's all it is just a slog. Doesn't feel great. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like, and it's so many points of failure. Like, oh, did I actually put flipbooks on all of these? I don't actually know. Let me Sometimes it doesn't. Okay. Yes, I did. No, I didn't. Literally, I didn't. See? No, I totally did that one. What? No, I put it there. Look at that. Already we've found a problem. Curse attack. Yeah, that's frustrating. Curse melee. Immediate example. Um well, yeah, so that's the hard thing. That's layering is nice, and then I mean the notifies are nice. I'm trying to debate if I keep the frame events. This is pretty rudimentary just because notifies are nice. Trying to, trade off, oh, is it worth implementing all this? That's not that many steps. That could maybe be automated somewhat. This has a pretty decent layering system from what it looks like. Heavy Bullets is a smart guy, so. But that's pretty far down the line that I would make any decision. Okay, cool. So that is all sequences. Oh gosh, now I have to think about. Oh dear. Yeah, and I don't know anything about paper dolling, so I won't even look. I will maybe someday look into that, but that's just a whole nother system. Um, Now the problem is this is wired up expecting character anim maps that I have stored in each character, which are derived essentially from my personal data asset. And that still is how I do things. So the best course of action, um, is probably to still keep the maps so I don't rewire everything. That's right, that doesn't actually work. Oh, see, I don't even know. Making a separate, I mean, that's interesting. Making a separate, or you mean like a separate animation component? Oh, okay. No, that's pretty cool. I mean, that makes sense. That's smart. And I mean, I imagine I will have to do that eventually. Unless I just want to make a purely like Risk of Rain where you have just set characters, no variety, which is a take, I suppose. Okay, so we can get. Oh, let's see. So the struggle is that I have this set up using tags, and this is set up using an enumerator. And they're And there's definitely not going to be any type of a. Maybe they added a for each gameplay tag container. Something tells me I doubt it, but we can hope. For each. No. Didn't I make that though? We made a print. Yeah, and that's essentially. Yeah, okay. Okay. So I can just use this macro. This, yeah, oh, okay, that's right. You can't do a for each because you can break a gameplay tag into an array. Um, all right. Okay, so nice thing about this, the way we have it set up, is tag mappings. I can set these across the not plugins across all of the profiles. We can pop into here. We'll add a new player state. Um, player state. I don't like moving. That makes me think. Do I? I don't suppose I set. No, I don't. Hmm. Whatever. We'll just add a new tag for now. We'll just call it moving. Okay. We'll just have it do moving, idle, and attack. That's perfectly fine. I don't need to do a ton more scope than that. Um, moving. Okay. Let's break you. Do for each. For each of these, we will set. I guess that doesn't really work nicely. I mean, this is just a band-aid anyways. It doesn't have to be pretty. Whatever. We're just gonna do a horrible branch chain. Wait, no, 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 no. What am I saying? No, 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 no. Slow down, slow down, slow down. Um, no, we have to get. That's right. We have to get the profile. Profile tag. I want. That. I don't remember doing that. That should be illegal, but it seems to work. Yeah, you probably have. Oh, that's right, because it's just a tag. Okay, well that works out nice. There we go. So we shouldn't actually need this. That's right, because we have all of the tags already mapped now. I mean, realistically, I shouldn't just do this band-aid and I should just overhaul this. I should just... Yeah. Um, maybe I duplicate my anim base and we'll do a little dev one. How about where we can just screw it all up? Um, okay. So now the idea, let's just spawn in. Oh my goodness, can I even drag and drop characters into the world anymore? I doubt it. If I were to say, I just want this guy right here, would everything explode? Actually, before we do, let's see if this. Okay, would everything ever explode if I try to add him in? Okay, that's okay. I should be able to set the anim instance to you. Nice. Now we're just gonna hard set in here. Oh wait, that won't work because it's getting it from a character, but this character isn't set. Um, oh, I can just set it myself, I suppose. Profile. His profile's not exposed. Okay. Oh, this is gonna be so cooked. This is gonna be so wildly cooked. Oh, I'm in so deep now. Let's see, where do we set the profile? I think I set the character's profile. Yes, we do set that over here. Oh my goodness. Oh, I'm so many levels of cooked. It all goes back to my old data asset. No. Oh my goodness. So I have my old data asset and that's where I've been setting everything. Ah. I even set. Oh gosh. All right, let's decouple it a titch. No, I can't decouple it a titch. We have to just use it for now. We'll call it old textures. Do you want to come up here? Alright. Curse, demon, venom, source. I mean, it's not that bad. I can just data asset, character PTA, curse, demon, DA. And then we can just grab you. Why not? We'll still just... Okay, but so what I'm decoupling from right now is the sequence map. So I can leave these things for now, as we're got to do methodically. So the goal is to not need this sequence map. And that's why we have my little dev. And we're using the character profile, of which we've set in here, of which is when the character spawned in, it gets it from the data asset, sets it inside of here. Okay. If I do anything, he's not even gonna be in the world, which is fine. So, yeah, yap, 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 yap. I'm actually wondering why it's... Okay, I said yap, 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 and now I feel a little bad. Well, that would be... We haven't added any of these yet. Yeah, actually, let's see what happens. We'll do you, moving, and dead for now. Okay. Now inside of here, I would have to go through... I need to call you sequence array index. You're going to be tag. Okay, so we're decoupling, continuously decoupling. Very nice, very good. Look at us decouple. We're decoupling all over the place. Okay. Clean things up a titch. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't call my methods particularly cool. It feels kind of messy is all it feels like to me. I mean, it works, but you made a gameplay tag converter function reads the array, specifies each element as an int, switches on in and output. That's smart. That's not a bad idea. Now what this should do is, now that I've come here, so this is my little select animation from map, the map being my tag mapping. Tag mappings are set here. Oh, that's right. We need to set the source. So many things. Curse demon, we can rescan. It didn't auto apply down here. That's okay. That's a little annoying, but pretty minimal. It should have, but it didn't. Death, idle, and walk. Okay, so all of the sequence are now tied to flipbooks. Now all I need to do is come through here. I need locomotion. Oh, wait. I need to start here. So I can get rid of this key. I need to set you to states dead. Oh, wait. Oh, wait a minute. That's... That's okay. We're just gonna leave that. Wait, why do I have that set like that, actually? If it's equal to dead, then you're dead. This is vestigial. I don't think we need this anymore. I think this is one of the best things I've made. Is my one animation blueprint. It is so nice. I mean, but like I was saying earlier, with putting things into states. This is how I tend to think, is in a more state-driven way. So how can you break apart characters? You can break them apart into pretty individual states. You have idle and running, attack. Like almost all characters have to have pretty definitive things, so you can group them under one animation graph. And this could be made pretty complex and support like unique animations and stuff, but I have yet to do that. That is a thing for another day. Go away now. There we go. Idle. Yes, thank you for leading me to all of these. Where are we? Fall jumping. Okay. Okay. So I don't really have, well, that character doesn't have any falling. Player states. I also don't have, I don't think I should have this as player states. I think I should have a separate anim states. That's what I was just thinking about earlier. I think it would be a lot better to have these as anim states and not player states, because player states are what is driven for my characters and actual logic. Well, I shouldn't even call it anim states. It should just be called like anim mapping. Because I digress. Who cares? Just, that's fine. You don't have a jump, so I don't really care. Where are we? Attack. Beautiful. We want. Oh, is this gonna be my? It is. um, we're going to not use the combo attacking. Um, oh, it just compiled. Cool. I don't know. Let's see what happens. No guy? Woo! I didn't even check to see if it's actually reading it properly. Um, we want to make sure. What if we get inside of here? Hi, Peach. Do you want to come back up here? Where'd you go? Where are you, cat? Hi there, pretty. Come here. I got a big old fat cat. You're so sweet. And she's gone. Cool. Okay, so ideally we can run this. Get profile. We're going to get tag mapping. Okay, a little bit trigger. Get tag mappings for each of these. I would like to simply, I don't think I'm going to be able to print this, am I? No, I won't be able to. That's okay. We can just, for each, we can instead get tag mapping. Sorry. Get tag. Let's just do it like this. You. Then on completed, we'll the rest of everything. Let's see if it even prints anything. It doesn't. Okay, so there's probably just something wrong. Don't know why that's there. That's a little frustrating. Let's make sure that night has. I don't need to make sure. Okay, so it doesn't burn anything, so there's probably something broken, which is wonderful. First demon definitively is. Is there something wrong with the actual character profiles, I wonder? How about we just get rid of this stuff? Let's see what that does. Oh, look at that. It's printing nothing. So there's. Well, we figured out the problems. The profiles themselves aren't getting set, which is this right here. Let's try this. I was testing this. Let's see if that works. Nope. How about we print you? Okay, so we have something. Um, these are not working. Let's see if it's passing, because I have it passing into this old character data. Oh my goodness, hello there. Thanks for jumping on me. It's nice to see you. Do you want butt pets? Is that why you're here? Oh, nope. Now she's gone. How very kind of my cat. And now she's back. Oh, she's sitting on me. Maybe I am loved. Let's make sure that this is undone. Okay, so that's weird. Um, okay, so it's just not reflecting back into the component into the character. I know she's being so very generous for to let me pet her. Though she's being incredibly generous because she's sitting on top of me now and is very, very warm. She's my sweetest cat. Her name is Peach. Her brother's name is Bowser. There were no incestuous implications meant. We just wanted cute names. um, so it's not reflecting back into the component. So that the components is busted. What loud purrs? Oh, that's so frustrating. I guess I should be doing validity checks, shouldn't I? No, I did validity checks. We know for a fact that this is valid. Let's see if this is valid. Maybe it's just not, the component's just not loaded in yet because it just got spawned. Okay, I want a regular is valid. And actually, let's do the old is valid because then I can just print really quick. Print. It is. get profile. Are you valid? Oh, well, we know you're not valid because you're meant to be empty. So what happens if we set it with the old set and then print it? How about that? Get a little bit of spaghetti code going. So it does work. It's just not reflecting all the way back into the character. Is valid is just checking a few things. So the biggest case to use it is when you spawn something in, you check if it's valid, is just seeing if it was spawned in. Because if then you start, to reference it, do work on it, you're referencing something that doesn't exist. So it's just a check to make sure that these things do exist. If it's not valid, that's a perfect place to put some type of a debug text, because more often than not, you're going to want your things to be valid. And if they're not, then something is broken with your spawn, some type of data is corrupted. So validity checks are just a little bit of a gate to make sure that you're not touching memory or objects that don't actually exist, because then that can cause compounding. I mean, it'll cause issues like this where I exit out here and we're getting a bunch of errors because we're accessing none. So my blueprints are trying to access nothing. They're trying to access from something that doesn't exist. So if I had put a validity check in front of wherever this access is, then it would have not accessed it because it would have come down here and been not valid. That's essentially what's going on. But what I see going on here is that my profile, I'm setting it inside of here, but it's not reflecting back into the character once. So that doesn't make any sense. What? So that's like a major bug. Yeah, that's a huge bug. That's crazy. Because I spawned my character and I immediately set something on them now that they're spawned into the world. But then when I try to work inside of them, oh. Oh, it's because I'm doing on begin play. No, it's when the begins for the act. Well, probably is going too fast. Let's see if when we possess the character, if it works. Okay, well, it just doesn't. Cool. Never mind. So something is getting um caught incorrectly. That's okay. I can still set inside of here. That's fine. I will just have a little roundabout method right now, and I'll have to touch on that later. So we're gonna get you set character profile like this. Can I not? There we go. And now everything doesn't work. So I need to get you. Also just delete. No, I can't delete. What are you doing? Oh, did you find a toy? Wanna play? We're gonna just run a little bit of a print object. Nothing? What do you mean there's nothing? It's because I'm trying to spawn in an AI character and not a character base. Is this the problem? Is this the issue that we're running into now? That would be really annoying. Um, oh, it's gonna keep on not working. Hmm. Well, you've got me perplexed. That's for sure. What? Oh, duh. Oh, okay, that makes so much more sense. I'm not setting its data asset. Or I could just set it like that. Aha! Look at that, look at that, look at him, look at him, look at that. We're so in. That's so stupid. Oh gosh, that was so frustrating for no reason. Um, so from that data asset, I'll show you. And we can ignore that. We'll just pull it up inside of, because I have to do some work on that now. So inside of here, got the character's name. Doesn't really matter. I used that for something a long time ago. Data assets are phenomenal. They're actually a one of the most powerful uh blueprint types. I mean, it's a data asset type, but whatever. Well, it kind of is a blueprint too. So it's, I mean, it's just data organization. Who the heck text me on Discord? Sorry, side tangent. Okay, I guess Discord's not gonna open. So right now, what I had gone away from storing everything on characters, like their blueprints, to storing them inside of a data asset, which is nice. It makes things a little bit more modular because data assets, you can have all of these be watched by a where are they, by a thing called an asset manager, which is really nice because it essentially manages assets and lets you then in other blueprints call from these without having to make like hard uh, like kind of like hard references. So inside of here we'll see I have an asset manager that just lets me get stuff from my data assets essentially without having to like make a variable and set it, which I kind of done anyways. Um, but it's kind of complicated and not the best use case for characters because you'll end up with so many. But information in here, one of the big ones I have Sprite's relative transform, which is why my guy's really small. Um, Sequence map is what we're trying to go away from. Combo array, paper ZD anim instances, and then I was trying to use some data, like you were saying, for like stats. But I didn't love this either because I was using it in my AI and it was getting just that's why I had to stop my tutorial. Using this attack range character with these, I didn't love them. They were just not great. So I've gone away from that. And we can see it's going really well. Um, didn't even factor in. So my current problem is that the character's spawning in small, and that's because I don't have it scale set. but I have to set the scale inside of the data asset. The entire point is that we're trying to go away from the data asset. So I need some type of like a, I might have to add a new tool and call it like a like a real world editor. No. I had wanted to do this a while ago because the current way I even get a character scale is I have this scuffed little test character that I come into the viewport and I can set um I could set curse. I could set curse idle. Oh, and see it's already has some amount of scale, and then I can come in here, we can align it, and like literally line things up, which I don't love, but it's not the worst thing ever. I mean, I don't really know if I could, because essentially all I would be doing is recreating this viewport. It'd be cool if I could just yoink this. I wonder if this is something you can just implement. But yeah, so then I would have to come, I see, okay, the scale's 4.5 is a pretty solid number. And then I would come in here and be like, oh, scales 4.5, 4.5, 4.5. And now when I play it, oh, it's not even going to load it because that character's just cooked. So that's because I'm not spawning it in. Bro, yeah, it's it's hard, you know, finding a balance of realistically what I could just do is just have scale data just stored in here. I can just add probably another drop down and just kind of have some like real world data. It's probably not worth trying to build a whole another tool when this already exists. The workaround would just would be like to have something like a test character, and then I would just have to copy that over. That's really not that bad. That is not that bad of a thing. Um, I can live with that. I could try to actually spawn this character in for real. I have my, so I have to come in here. We have to add an element. We have to do curse demon, set to curse demon, pile that, and then we will override this to be you. Would you look at that? Oh wait, no, that's right. He's gonna be over here. No, he's not. Oh, and that's because I didn't set it to spawn him. Here we go. Ready for everything to work just beautifully and with no problems. Oh wow. Ignore that. That was unrelated. Wow, he's in the floor. That's all right. I didn't set all of his transform, so. But he exists. He's not playing any other. Oh, he's playing the animations. Wait, what? You're doing so good. Wait, there's no way you're walking. Oh, yeah, it totally is walking. Wow. Amazing modular code doing its modular thing and working properly. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Love to see it. So I need to copy this right here. So it's, I don't think I can copy and paste. I can. That was a thing you used to not be able to do. Wow! Look at him walk 1 pixel above the ground. We love modularity. It can't attack though. That's because the AI is just broken, but it sure can chase me. Look at him go. Look at him go. Oh my goodness. Um can just I could what that's saying is this guy is accessing none. Walk. Actually, do I use the walk or do I use I think there's a separate run. Yeah. Run. I can have these automatically set fairly easily. I should just do it. I can just match this flipbook to the flipbook anim sequence or the anim source and it would work, but and that's how it does some other things, but I guess I don't have that working right now. Cool. And now we'll stop getting that error. I do believe. Nope. Wrong. Okay, you're just not gonna access none. You know what? I don't think that matters. Cool. Time is it? 8. Okay. All right, I'm fairly happy. That is a slight, ever so slight amount of decoupling. And we'll take that. But I do wonder what it's yapping about. Moving idle, so that's why he was moving around all nice. Oh, maybe it was like an airborne thing. Yeah, it was probably an airborne related. In fact, I wonder if I delete this character, if we'll still get that. No, we won't, because it was totally an airborne related little thing. Because that guy was floating. Nice. Oh my goodness. Nice. See, look at that 1 pixel. Oh my goodness. Ow. That was my nuts. Hi there, Peach. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, you're so wiggly. You just want all of the love, huh? Okay, cool. Well, that makes me a little bit happy. So we have removed the need for sequence maps, more or less. Fairly well, actually. Few issues we found. Profiles were not setting inside of my regular spawn. Okay, work on that another day. We also had the scale issue and the location issue. Also not that bad. That can just be a new part of the details panel. Very good. And then combos. I suppose we could just mess around a little bit more and actually try to no, to implement a combo would require me to get my AI to work. But let's mess around just a little bit. Just a little bit. Okay, we'll plug it back into the combo. You are meant to get this like this. I want you like that. Now, what happens if I just try to spawn in the knight with NM base? Okay, look at that. Lovely modularity. And the combo works. We didn't even have to do anything. Let's go. Let's go. Oh my good. No way that just worked. No. It totally did. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh, that's so nice. I'm also, yes, I'm ignoring that he's floating. I haven't re-extracted or bulk extracted or dealt with this character yet. That's so nice. Oh my goodness. That worked so easily. Wow. And he's even saying hello to me. Oh, you're so kind. Oh, he can absolutely not decide what to do. It's just sequential. That is a problem for another day. Um, I mean, I could kind of glance it. Yeah, maybe we take a pivot. Let's pivot. Yes, we'll close all of that. I'd have to make some type of like a weighted decision or a random decision. So the state tree. Currently, all it does is it just. So this is my attack task. It's a little sketchy, but it's just. Oh my goodness! Wait a minute. That worked startlingly well because the last time I streamed, I made this little combo function, and I didn't actually test it at all. Besides just. Wait, that worked way too well. My goodness. Wow, that is shocking how. Oh my goodness, I'm really quite flabbergasted that the combo component function works. I mean, there's definitely going to be issues with it, but the fact that it kind of worked is cool. Nice, I'll take that. Um, yeah, so it just increments one at a time. So I would have to kind of change this a little bit, maybe make inside of either the state tree or the AI controller to have like a decision somewhere in here in this hellscape. We can have like once the character's in range, then we can make a decision of what the attack would be and such, but that's more complex AI. How do I delay his initiating a new attack? Great question. This is what all of this little stuff is. So we first, this is almost identical to how I do it for my own character. So we jump to a node, and the node being ground attacks, and we'll see inside of here. We'll just use this one for now. That my ground attacks is currently linked up to this little thing. And this is, we'll just call this combo. Combo state. And you'll be called. Actually, I could maybe make that into. No. And this will just be combo exit. So it enters into here. This is where we actually play a combo or not, and it's picked off of the combo index from my new little tag mapping, and then it jumps back and forth. This is kind of sketchy, but it's the only way I could make it work in such a clean way. Is it'll go back into here, and then it'll evaluate if we're no longer attacking or if we are still attacking, and then it'll bounce between the two things. And we use that movement between the two to actually more or less fuel the combo. Bear with me a little bit. This is I don't know if you've watched any of my videos. I have this. This fixes the idle. So when you do a jump to a node, there's a few frames that you're still playing idle even though you've jumped. So we have to account for that. And then what we do is we bind to event on playback sequence complete. So when this has completed, it will exit and it will fire this right here, and we'll run combo logic to decide if we should do that all again. In fact, and so it's kind of a scuffed. The delay is more or less it's just the timing in between it. We just wait until each sequence completes and in its entirety, and for this character then it'll immediately just go into playing the next, which this is not clean. I already see a few issues. I don't unbind this event, so it'll continuously fire, and that works. Actually, that works kind of nice. Actually, wait, that works really nice. Wait, no. Yeah, wait, that's really recursive because we jump to a new one. Then when it completes, it'll refire this and check. So that actually works fairly recursively. I would just need an exit condition to unbind that event. Which would be something like this, but or I could do a that might actually work. And then we could just scooch you back here, pop you into here like that. And then we would also grab a unbind complete. We would unbind you right here, right here. See what that does. Okay, so it just broke it, but well, it didn't break it because it was still. I don't really want to think about this. It's kind of working. Yeah, I account for a lot of edge cases. This was a big one. The reason I account for edge cases is because I've been through hell. Um, my edge cases are a solution to problems that I've come across. Like I found that idle fix, it was a nightmare. I was trying to use this really nice event and this really nice event bind to drive my combo attack, and it was not working. And I was like tracking all of the individual, all of like playback progress, playback times, like a whole bunch of stuff. And I started to find a discrepancy where I'm like, why is this first attack so short? Like the window for me to attack is so short. And it was because it was picking up on this slight idle, which is really silly. Or it was the previous animation was getting picked up, and it was really frustrating. And I've texted the creator and mentioned it, and he was like, "Oh, yeah," uh, and just kind of is like, "Yeah, it's just kind of something." And so it will probably never get fixed, which just a little bit sucks, but it's an easy fix right here. And I'm pretty sure it would be an easy fix for him. All you would have to do is confirm that when you jump to the node, you would have to confirm that the previous sequence has terminated, which is what this does. But did you just? Oh my gosh! I thought my cat just. I thought you fell. Where's your brother? So why is this not working though? Well, I don't actually know. That doesn't make a lot of sense. Ooh, wait, no, I think that has to be player state none. Talk about bad code. Yeah, this has just taken me a ridiculous amount of time to get to where I'm at, and that's why I have a fairly robust system. Hmm. Oh, I already know everything's all screwed up with my AI. Oh, I haven't looked at this in so long. It's gonna be this stupid attack sphere. Yeah, because we have state tree events that are firing. Well, let's think. So it's every time a sequence is completed now, it will refire this. Um, oh, I guess the problem is if you're no longer in range or um, not bool. Hi there, pretty. My goodness, you just want love. I don't think this will fix it, but it is something that needs to be. Oh, look at him go. This is so cooked. Yeah, it's not even reading things properly. And, uh, oh my goodness, yes. Just to have, if you truly want clean basics, like you're saying, yeah, it's just, it's a lot of work. Um, but I mean, I think the payoff really can be worth it. Oh, hello, cat butt. Okay. I think, okay. I think the payoff can be worth it because it makes it more possible to do in the long run. I haven't worked on AI in so long now. True. Yeah, and so it's just not working because my expected outcome is that now that it's false, it would trigger that. But oh wait, that's because all of this is so cooked. It's because this is cooked too. I don't actually have this completed. I think scalability is just it's just such a it's a hard goal, but it's got to be the goal we shoot for. And yeah, trying it's what I've been trying to do. I mean, my main like character, player controller works pretty well, but there's even frustrations with that still where it's like, oh, this should do that a bit better and so forth. But I don't know. There's a lot. I have a very needy cat. Holy moly. Also, I don't know where that hello's being printed from. Someone left a random hello. State trees are pretty cool though. I don't know if you've used them much. I like the that what was it called? The message, the one thing that was hidden in the Lyra project. State trees have a very event driven format too, which has been nice to use. No, I don't think I have any type of movement buffering. I'm not even sure what that is, I'll be honest. Let's find out. Oh no. Oh no. If you mean like attack windows and such, absolutely not. I yeah, no shot. I that could be something I make someday, but that sounds I no shot. Right now, no. Why? Um the next thing happens when you press it. Not totally sure I get what you mean, because I mean I have everything just tied up, yeah, to like movements for the character, like everything is yeah, I don't I'm not totally sure. I don't think some type of buffering system. I haven't made one, no, and I can't really think of a case in which I've I mean I guess there's probably games that I've played that have had it and I've not really noticed or thought about it, but sounds like a lot of work. Oh my goodness, this is a nightmare to look at. Oh, I forgot I was working on so much stuff for the AI. Oh dear. Why are we getting a oh, sure. Okay, I see what you mean. I totally see what you mean now. Yeah. Um yes, I do actually have that. A very rudimentary system. Yes. There is a window in which this I say combo window, but if you were to click again, what it does is it lets you queue up another the next sequential combo, yeah. Works nice for jumping, so if you jump when you're close to landing. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. I mean, fair enough, yeah, because if you're like, I have a double jump, so it makes it kind of hard. So it would be kind of like right before I can't really do it. I guess that makes sense. That would be kind of nice. It makes things feel better. That makes a lot of sense. That would actually be something I would probably implement. But yes, buffering now what you said that makes more sense about yeah queuing up a next combo. That is absolutely something that I have. You can queue it while you're so I can double click and it'll play the next one. I could make a more tight window where you'd have to do it closer to the end of the attack. Right now you can just do it at the very beginning of each animation. I'd have to do it like but or I can just spam click and it'll go through them. Ooh, that felt bad. I have no idea where that hello is printing from, and it's gonna drive me a little bit crazy. Is it in here? Oh my goodness. I don't even. I guess it's in one of these tasks. Nope. 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 Oh, my AI is so cooked. Oh, maybe it's in the tutorial tab. I don't even think I've run that. Oh gosh, I've forgotten. You're using little hack and slash characters. I was thinking about pivoting to beat 'em up kind of thing. I don't even. I don't think I've properly played a beat 'em up, so I don't know how they're supposed to work and differ. And yes, I am being haunted right now. I am like, I don't even know where this could remotely be coming from. It's crazy. I should just ignore it. Now I'm making a point. Okay, getting distracted. So let's see if we can get it to exit. We can't. Which is interesting. Um Index. Here's the console command you can run. I mean, there absolutely has to be one. Yeah. I don't have a clue what it would be, but oh, that doesn't make any sense. So if condition A is true, condition A is false, we're out of range. It doesn't matter. If they're both true, we increment in Q. Oh, wait. No, we set the Q to false. As long as the combo index is less than the max minus 1. Yes, so that is the case. Then it should increment, but it's not incrementing it. So we want, as long as that B is true and A is true, then it should increment. If B is true, it doesn't matter. If A is true that we are in range, but B is false. Wait. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, no, then that just resets the combo index because we're in range, but we've now passed the max number, so we now have to reset that. Okay, that makes sense. But for some reason, it's probably the stupid in range. My in range is cooked anyways. I do imagine it's that. Already checked this, but See, now it's false. Because that's false. Once the function finishes, it should fire this. Oh, wait a minute, wait a minute. Here we go, here we go. So we attack. Um, oh, wait. Oh, it's got to be right here. So this is the idle fix, and that's fine. And now, oh, that's why. Okay, so we need to, you need to run immediately. Spaghetti. Let's see if that works. Oh, hello. It could also be that Mr. Sir's range is actually not set. That would be annoying. Okay, his attack range is set. Um, I'm a little confused at how I did this. So it does the first attack, and then when it's completed, we need to check and see. Yeah, they should have just worked. I mean, it did work before I started unbinding things, but I think that was a little false flag. Let's see what it does again. No, it doesn't even work. Sad. It's because of that. I swear, if it's because of that player state thing, it not okay. It's just not. Oh, that's right. I didn't have any of that wired up, and so it quote worked in that it's just incrementing it up, but it's not gonna ever stop. Look at him chase me. Look at him go. Oh, undoubtedly that is the most normal phrase because I built this 3 or 4 months ago. I guess I was smarter back then or something, you know. um, I I like now I'm determined to, this will be the last thing I get to work today. Okay, false, false. No trues. Hello. Okay, well that's a problem. It should print true eventually. Hello? Is this just broken? Sometimes using return nodes like this I've found don't ever work. That could also be part of the problem. Um, doesn't seem to be part of. Okay, we do a team check. There is no check against what state it's in. The only time we do a state check. Do we ever do a state check on the AI? That would be in the in here from chase. So on event, target lost, go to idle. On event is in attack range, go to attack. I don't think I even have that. So the player states doesn't matter, right? And we don't use conditions anymore. If has target true and it still has the target. Oh, I do have the condition here. On state complete, go to root. If AI controller AI states contains player state attacking. Um so we don't return if our tag container it says that we're still attacking. So we do a check, but that doesn't mess any of this up because we're attacking, we're still attacking, we're always attacking, and we only stop attacking down here once it's completed. And yet it never works. So that leads me to believe that it's got something to do with this. Um oh, oh, this is so stupid. Oh, it's being overridden, I bet. Because I have no, it's not even. Oh, okay. Oh my goodness, this is gonna make me lose it. So I really should do some tests inside of here. Um, huh? So maybe this combo function doesn't actually work. Oh, it does work. There it goes. We're getting so many prints now. If only I knew where that random hello is coming from. Because it has something to do with the start of this character's attack. Oh. No, it's not printing from this guy, though. Believe it or not, at some point I built all of this and could figure it out. Is it inside of this parent task? Just objectively not. I don't get why that's not working. So it's completed. Now that you've completed, we need to check if we should combo again. If you're in range, good. Maybe I don't use this. Maybe we still use, I think that's part of the problem. We just use queued. Um, so we can actually just plug, we'll leave it like that for now. And then we do a check later on the in range. Well, but we never even set it to be true. Oh yeah, being able to I map things in my mind visually so much better too. It's it's just if you like linguistic programming, you got to keep so many abstract. Yeah, it's you know it can be done for sure. I've done it before, but it's just there's just something about this with the visual mapping that works so much better to have a visual flow of how things should work and trigger. Just just it's just it's just better. It's just so good. The problem is we never actually queue a combo with this character, so I need to do some tests. How about that? No, it doesn't. The character doesn't necessarily need to queue a combo. It just needs to be if the target is in range. Like that should work. I think it's just this. There's oh the best way I could test that is actually to print um and just have it set to true all the time to make sure it is or is not working. So it definitely does. It is printing that out. Like it is passing out. I've had before where this return node seemingly wasn't setting things, but that was from an earlier version of Unreal. Holy crash out. Let's just try that. I don't like this trial and error BS. I'm literally out of range. I'm just out of range, so there's so much broken here. Um I don't think I use this anymore. No. And I guess this is the problem with not using things like behavior trees. It does become a lot more driven by blueprints, which I don't love. Um, but currently, how I detect range is I have I call it an attack sphere. It's just a sphere component on AI characters, and if it ends overlap with got it down here. Where is it? We've got begin and end overlap. So if it ends overlap with me, it's supposed to fire. You're no longer in range. And watch, I know this is gonna work. It just will work. He says as it doesn't work. That is that would be kind of a fun little metric to have. Yeah, like either that was actually one thing I wanted because I've seen people set up through Steam you can kind of track how much you're in the editor, but just having some of those metrics to determine like or just to see like oh yeah I've been in Unreal for 7,000 hours. How does it know? Great question. Ha ha ha. So gosh, there's so much old stuff in here. So I actually should have a check. When so I have a sphere. Let's put the sphere up so I can. We need to know that about that. Attack sphere is going to be. Okay, so we have a sphere. As for if this sphere is okay, look, there's his little sphere. That's his attack sphere. Yay! So when we're in it, he's supposed to attack. When we're out of oh, it's totally all right. Why did it not do the out of range a second ago? Whatever. Got an attack sphere. How do well? I guess the larger thing is first we have perception for the character, and when we update perception, I check validity against all of the things. We got to check to see if the possessed pawn still exists. That's for if it dies. And then the sensed actor, we want to make sure it's still valid. And then I have a team tag check. So I have a really quick comparison of teams. So if they're not equal, that means they're not going to be on the same team. And then I have some other tag checks to make sure that we're sensing a pawn and not like a projectile, and making sure that that sensed actor, that enemy, is not going to be is dead. And then from there we run some more checks as if it's actually sensed. That's when you're in range of the character or the AI, and to see that is we have to actually possess it. This, so I have a whole big thing, and I can get out of its range out here, and then I can get. If I come right here, I'll end up. Oh, but I mean it's broken, so it doesn't work. But this is now in range. Now I'm kind of in this middle zone, and then I would be completely lost. AI perception, great thing. Also, kind of horrible thing for blueprints. Come and get me. So if I go out, now he won't go towards me anymore. He'll just go off hacking somewhere else. In fact, it seems like it's almost. It was weird. Oh, and look at that. We're having all sorts of validity check issues too. Lovely. So I can see, yes, you're supposed to still be attacking. Why are you saying combo end? That doesn't make any sense. It would be if I'm. Oh my gosh. I'm so stupid. Oh my goodness gracious. Um, That 20-minute tangent was caused by putting a knot. That's it. That's literally it. That's that right there. I didn't need to put that there. I swear if this all works. Eh. Okay, well now it's comboing, so that's good, but it's still not losing me. That was really stupid. All I had done here was comparing. So I wanted, whenever we're not in range, range is equal to false, that to go this, but by putting the not there, it would only fire this when we were in range, and then it was breaking things because I had an ore here too, and that's really frustrating. Wow. Okay, so now if I plug you in, oh, that's so stupid. It still doesn't work. So it is definitely comboing. But now we need, when we leave range, it needs to stop comboing. And that should have been done by this. By, we have left range. Actually, did I just notice it better not have said? Okay, it is not leaving the, oh my goodness, I'm doing it again. It's or, so it's only gonna go if it's true. I need a nor. Oh my goodness. Wait a minute. Oh my goodness, I'm screwing all of this up. I haven't sat here and actually coded in so long. Okay, so it's firing continuously because it's only checking if one of these is true, and this is probably continuous. Oh, but that doesn't make sense. Yeah, don't I want to? Isn't it nor? Uh, exclusive or. Let me see if I remember that right. That's. Why don't I just put an and there, huh? You have to be both in range and comboing to combo. Yeah, but why not just do that? Look at that. Okay, it doesn't really work, but kind of works. It's now stopping. Believe it or not, I have set up some very fancy, incredibly difficult algorithms before. That's strange. Oh wait, but now that's a false positive. Okay, so we want you to. Okay, wait. This is good. This is fine. Um. Combo completes. Um. And so we need to. Hello. Combo complete. We need to set you. It would not be complete, and it would be complete here. And there we go. Um, Still's kind of. Oh, wait, because it's still backwards, still backwards. Not. This is what I was thinking all along. This is where we want the not bool. Okay, if this is. I have forgotten how to do this. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Combo complete. So we want it to be in range for it to be true, and we want it to not be. Yeah, yeah. Oh my goodness. Just like that. We've re-remembered how to use booleans. That's crazy. All right, I'm gonna glaze myself a little bit so I feel a little bit okay. I set up this. I don't know if you ever watched the wave function collabs videos. This is a pretty nifty little algorithm that uses at least one and check. Oh my goodness. No, I shouldn't do that. That'll just be an infinite side tangent. Okay, cool. That's more properly set up. In fact, I should now employ this function. So we're going to call you combo function. And inside the player controller, Hello. Um, combo function. Oh, that's right. We were talking about that the other day. It is I'm very very proud of that algorithm. Um it's just I haven't touched that in probably 5 months. And the main reason being because I needed to get, my player working, AI working before I create a wonderful world. Okay, I think that should. If Yikes. Um, so we queue a combo there. If the combo is complete, true. But I want to, if it's false, to redo it again. Oh, that's because it's not plugged right here. Yikes. Do I even need this? I really do think like yeah, I think procedural generation could work fairly well. It's just all about execution for sure. But yeah, what's the point in making a fantastic world if your characters don't even work? um like this character. So he comes in, checking if it's queued. Probably don't need that false there, but um, I mean, I technically don't think I need this at all. Oh wait, yes I do. Oh, it's because it's routing back. Wait, but that's why I had put that there. So we know it's not complete. I Oh, hello, Ethan. I'm so glad to hear that. That's awesome. Thanks for stopping by. Yes, it's been I'm glad my videos have been able to help some people while they may be a little bit crazy at times. And I haven't made any in a while, but I've had a lot of things in the works, so um like redoing my combo system for the nth time, and it's It's a struggle. Is there even a point in trying to make this into a component? There really isn't. It works for the AI. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's probably because I have to do similar where it's um I probably need to be making sure that we haven't queued another one. So as long as Q is true and we're that's, maybe that'll work. It doesn't. I'm so cooked. Maybe I leave this for another day. Oh, it's so close though. So if the combo's not complete, if that's true, we'll go into the window again. And the window's supposed to wait until that's complete to then check if we have queued another print. What kind of game have you built, Ethan? What's your what has been your sorry, that okay. How about that? I know for a fact you're supposed to be true. Oh, things are busted, that's for sure. Okay, what if, instead of doing how I have it like this, I actually copy what I did in the AI. Um, so let's pull you down here. We're gonna grab you. We're gonna grab you. I think I might know what part of the problem is. Let's copy this. Ooh, that was a misinput. Um, I need to expand node. And then the plan is to bind, do that. Ooh, we're getting a little bit of a nightmare here. Please don't delete everything. Thank you. So primary, we bind on complete. Immediately we run function, combo function. Make sure we are, if we're queuing and such. Oh, it's not working because we don't have a combo queued upon initial entry. No, that doesn't matter. Wrong. Um, okay, so now we have this is how it should probably work a little bit better. Practically identical to what I just did in here. Um, and then we do that. Wait a second. No, we don't. Wait a second. You're wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong. You go up here. You unbind there. You jump to node there. Cool. What do you mean there's a compilation error? You don't even know what you're talking about. Is it the event name? Yeah, it's the event name. Whatever. Oh, let's go. We uh oh we're stuck. Oh, well. Oh my goodness gracious. Maybe it just works with that. Oh my goodness. Let's go. Look at it work. Oh my gosh. Yeah, because I didn't need to check if it's queued because it already does a queue check. So that's a double unnecessary check. Oh my goodness. Do I like this more? I think I do like this more. It makes more sense. This combo window was a little bit complicated. Not entirely, but it kind of was. And this should be it should we could then make a bind event on like a timer and maybe actually make a timing window instead of it just being inside of the previous animation is clicking inside of here. We could try to make an actual window so you would have to like time it, but I don't want to do that. I'm not going to do that. Oh, I have not I have not committed things in a while. How about we commit? Let's, that I have not committed all day. This has been 3 hours. What? Health component is missing from this change list. Oh my gosh. I have. Okay, it's not that bad. It's only those. Ooh. Eee. I think we can fix that by just updating redirect. Ooh, I hope that fixes it. I don't think it will. And that should have done it for all of my content. Well, we'll see if it actually fixes in revision control. Maybe it does. I'm gonna sit here and watch it flashbang us. Oh no, the wife called. Oh my gosh, did I miss? Ethan, you still here? I'm curious to hear about your game. While I'm oh, too late. We're no longer stuck waiting. Please have just fixed all my problems. Oh. Ah. I honestly have no idea what this is about. Um. Oh, slow down. Why are we trying to get rid of I've had this happen before where things have gotten flagged improperly, so it's um I think it's just going from one computer to the other. Yeah, so all of my adventurer is getting flagged. Let's check them. Let's see if old buddy's flip books exist. What are we looking at? Air attack 1, easy. Does exist. Now my worry is there's a chance that by committing this, oh, this might be the redirect reference is what that might be. Let's see, that's like I've had times in which I've committed and it's removed those. It's doing it to all of those guys as well. That might just be the from the validate. Those are proper. I wanted those removed. Those. I fear that committing this is going to cause a problem. Um. Bulk Sprite. Um. Or anim map. Whatever. You still exist? You still here? I think it was just the redirects, is all that was. I sure hope so. Oh, and I meant. That's okay. I meant to also include that I was. This was the commit before I went and cut out the old combo. Well, now it's gone. Okay, idle fix, nice. You run here, runs that, checks combo. Boom. Clean, spiffy, tidy. Okay. And we'll just tighten this up a little bit. Ooh, and I need to go. I gotta go to the gym and go to bed. Oh my goodness, it's later than I thought it was. All right, well, that was a decent bit of stuff done. I'm happy. Bulk extractor's working okay, though I have notes for what to fix. My player profile, I say I have notes, having not written anything down. Whatever. Well, should any of you still be lurking around, thanks for watching. I don't know when I'll do this next, but I will. I'm on a bit of a long work. I'm on a 9-day, so I've got work from yesterday till next Friday, so I'm pretty busy. But if I stream, and feel free to stop by. It's always nice talking to you guys, and I'll catch you later. Yeah, I should have actually taken notes, but I didn't. Anyways,